Hey guys, what's up? I'm here at the airport. I'm going by myself, so I thought, why not take you guys with me? I'll share with you my weekend. I always use the hashtag Magician Life, so I thought, why not actually show you what the Magician Life is about and take you to my events this weekend. So this is the first one. So first we have to get on a plane, and I'll see you guys on the other side. Let's go. So now I'm here, and last time I was here I decided to get an Uber. So I am going to get one again this time because it's easy to get one from the airport, but something I realized about Townsville is that Uber is very new and they don't have that many Uber drivers. So if you're in Townsville and you're looking for work, become a driver, because I could not get one back home from my event when I was here last time. I had to get a taxi, and so something I learned is don't always rely on Uber drivers if you haven't been in the country before, or the city. I made it to the room. This is nice work, Townsville. Like, this is a great room. Nice sunlight, cool. Like, look at this, there's a rug. This is cool as. All right, so I just met with everyone for tonight. I went and met the venue organizers, the committee, and it's actually being held, it's too bright to see it, but it's being held outdoors right next to the water. So this is going to be one of the more interesting / challenging venues I've hosted and performed at, but you'll see it when we're there. A few funny things I've realized have changed about the event, which always happens. So now I have to go and make it work. What a night. I realized I didn't film very much of the actual event, and the real reason is it's pretty tough to film content and be conscious of being creative and things when you're actually at an event with a client who, you know, you're responsible for having their night flow fluently. But I have some thoughts on tonight's event that I would love to share with you, because tonight was very fast paced, I'll say. I would say this morning when I woke up at 8 o'clock to fly here and prep for the show and go on, I feel like I've been non-stop, which is my own fault, because really for a show, normally if it's a big show like this, I would prep it all the night before if I'm flying in the morning. But today I didn't do that, so it's my own damn fault. I have one piece of fire left. That was a really good piece of flash paper. I wish I didn't waste it. So, let me tell you about tonight's event. It was for the Townsville Medical Social Society. They had a gala ball, and they decided for the first year to have entertainment outside of, you know, their own circles. So they hired me they flew me down to MC their event and also do a show, and I did some roving magic, which I love doing, and I did that throughout the night. And I was just so on the go. Like, I was loving it. I was in, you know, my element. But because I was racing around performing at tables, I'd jump on stage, I'd announce people to come on the stage, I'd be getting my show ready. I didn't even get 2 seconds to really film much. So, but I'll tell you one thing that did happen. So usually I'm clear about what I need in my show, like AV, like in regards to like AV and lighting and things like that. I forgot to mention that I need a wireless headset mic. I've become so used to tech teams just having one on standby that I forgot to ask, and of course when you don't ask you do not receive. They didn't have any for me, so when I got here they had no headset mic for me, and when you're doing magic you need both your hands. So that was
interesting. Now, I have a backup. I actually have a wireless, I have a microphone holder. It's kind of like a lanyard. It's a metal thing. It goes around your neck and it has a clip and it holds onto the microphone for you. Well, I decided not to bring it to Townsville because I forgot. So now you have no wireless headset, and you have no microphone holder. What do you do? Well, the pros that have done many shows know that you can make a microphone holder out of almost anything. And, and that is what I had to do. Tonight, I couldn't find it. I really wanted to find it to show you. But basically, I had to ask I sourced a coat hanger. And what you can do with a coat hanger is unwind its shape. And you can create such a thing that it goes around your neck and you create this sort of loop that a microphone can sit in. So I was able to make one on the fly. Thank goodness for that. And that's from a lot of knowledge passed on from other experienced magicians in Australia that I've learnt this sort of concept to make use of what's around you. So that helped the show go on. The venue itself was really strange. They had the band on stage. They had a dance floor, which is what I mainly use for my show. But then they also had a concrete path that split the audience into two sides. So I try to play with that and do things, you know, surrounded for a little bit more vibe, a little bit more fun. I'm pretty tired now. It's oh, I don't even have a watch on. God damn it, that's how tired I am. It's like 11:30 at night. So all in all, it was a big night. It was a success. It was fun. I'm tired, and let's move on to tomorrow's event. So I'm gonna get some sleep, and I'll talk to you in a second.
Alright, so looking a little different now. I made it home, I've changed, I had a bit of a rest, and now I'm off to the second fun event. So let's make our journey there in the Magic Mobile. Alright, so I made one quick stop off at the service station here. I had about a 4-hour gap between when I got home from last night's event and leaving for this one. So I did get some sleep, but traveling does take a toll on you, and I'm feeling a little laggy, so I went and got myself, this has been my kind of go-to, Monster Zero Sugar, whenever I need a little bit of a kick just because I'm a bit tired. So hopefully that'll get that energy up for me. And so anyway, let's start making our journey there. I'll see you in a second. I don't know why I keep saying a second, but we'll get there. Alright, I made it to the event. I made it here. We're in Noosa, and I don't know if you can hear the band upstairs, but it is loud, like really loud, really loud. I went and scoped the venue and met up with the actual event, the person in charge, and it's such a loud atmosphere, which means that I just have to opt in for my super visual magic. There won't be a lot of talking and patter tonight because they won't be able to hear me. Everyone is dressed up really well though. I love it. It's going to be fun, I can tell, because it's an 80s theme and there's people walking around with like Cheap Trick, you know, buckets on their head and all sorts of things. So it's going to be fun, but it's going to be loud. So that's part of what we have to adapt to. So that's why we learn so much magic, all about that visual tonight. So let's see how we go. Woo! So we're done, that's it. A week of shows done, and you can still hear the music going. They're still partying just as hard as when I first got there. But you know, I switched it up to do visual magic, like I said. And you know what? This was one of the highlight events for a while. Everyone was dressed up, they're having fun, and they were just in the mood. And I could really play with the audience and joke around. And you know what? When people are just ready to have fun and not worry about what people are going to think next to them, that's when you get the best magic. And so that was brilliant. That was good fun. It's only 8:30 now, but I have an hour and a half drive home, which doesn't seem like much, but I've been on the go since yesterday, so I feel it a little bit now. But I had just enough energy to power through it, and that was so much fun. So people's reactions are my oxygen, so they really carried me through that hour, which went super, super quick. And something that I like to do is so I was booked for an hour tonight, and I always use that as a guideline. I would never just leave after an hour, because I feel like that's a bit rude. And also I get carried away. I genuinely get carried away. So I think I was there for about an hour and 20, 30 minutes. So, I think clients appreciate that, but also it's easy because I love what I'm doing. And so why not just take advantage and have more fun doing what I'm doing? Something that I heard once, and it really rings true to me, which is, I don't perform magic just so I can get paid. I only get paid doing magic so that I can continue to only have to do magic. On that note, let's go home.
Whew, and just like that, we're home. It's 10:30, it's pretty late, and it's been a big day, big 2 days. I'm glad you guys could come along with me. I know it's a bit funny lighting in here because I'm just in my car and I just popped the interior light on. So I know I've got a bit of shade going on here. But, so yeah, that's the weekend. That's the life of a magician a week in the life of a magician, I guess. Our week being the weekend, 2 days. And I'm going to do it all again next week. So I've got a few days to rest and rehearse and plan and prep. But I'm glad I could share some insight, and, put in the comments below if you have any questions, feedback. If you're a magician yourself or aspiring to be one, hit me up. I'm always happy to share my thoughts on certain things. I've been to so many events now, so many different things have occurred, and you learn to deal with it, and it's part of the fun. It's part of the fun, the uncertainty. So I'm going to get some sleep. I'm rambling a bit because it's late, and thanks for watching this. If you stuck to the very end, I really appreciate it. In fact, let me know. Comment below. Just guess what this card is. And so I can remember, I'm going to turn it around, but you won't see it. So guess what this card is, because this card is